Hi everyone, this is Veronica. Today we are going to discuss about mapping lightning across India. So we'll discuss in detail what are the benefits of mapping lightning incidents in our country and the deaths caused due to lightning. You can follow me for queries on Instagram and Facebook because I feel together we can make a difference. Now, what is the relevance of this topic in your exam? See, in your mains paper 3 disaster management, it's very helpful. Objective level, you should know about the report, and at subjective level, you should know lightning mapping and its benefits. Now, in what context today we are studying this? Because for the first time, a report has mapped lightning strikes across the country and the lives they have claimed. So, this report has been prepared by Climate Resilient Observing Systems Promotion Council. So, basically, this is a non-profit organization that works very closely with India's Meteorological Department, that is IMD. Now, what has this report found? They have said that lightning strikes have caused at least 1311 deaths in 4-month period. This 4-month period is April to July this year, according to first of its kind report on lightning incidents in India. And now UP, so here you can say Uttar Pradesh, it has accounted for 224 of these deaths, which is followed by Bihar. So you can see here Bihar, the deaths are around 170. Odisha has 129 deaths, and then comes your Jharkhand, which has 118 deaths. So in this graph you can see this red color, it symbolizes lightning deaths, actual deaths, and this blue color, it is lightning strikes in thousands. Now it counted that around 65.55 lakh lightning strikes in India during this 4-month period, of which 23.53 lakh, like 36% of 65.55, happened to be cloud to ground lightning and kind that reaches the earth, and other 41.04 lakh, that is the 64% were in cloud, which remained confined to the clouds in which it was formed. Now, Odisha recorded over 9 lakh incidents of lightning. So, Odisha, you can see maximum incidents of lightning strikes, 9 lakh incidents of lightning, both kinds. So, the maximum for any state, but fewer deaths in Uttar Pradesh, which had 3.2 lakh incidents. So, from this graph, you can cover the data what has been said in this report. So these findings I've already told you, explained you with the graph. Now what are these findings, like how these findings are important to us? Because this report is part of an effort to create database that can help develop an early warning system for lightning. It can help us to spread awareness and prevent deaths. Like between 2000 to 2500 people are estimated as killed every year in lightning strikes in the country, and it is very possible to predict the lightning 30 to 40 minutes in advance. When a lightning is actually striking, its strike heads towards the earth. Now this prediction is made possible through study and monitoring of in-cloud lightning strikes, and then there could be timely dissemination of information which can actually save several lives. And after carrying out a pilot project in 16 states, the IMD, India's Meteorological Department, they have begun providing lightning forecast and warnings through mobile text messages from this year. However, this is not yet available in all the regions, and there isn't enough awareness as yet on the kind of action that needs to be taken after an alert. So this is about this report. Now we will talk about lightning, like what is the mechanism of formation, how does it strike earth. So how can we define lightning? It is basically a very rapid process and massive discharge of electricity. So you can say it is a massive discharge of electricity. Some of it is directed towards the earth. Now it is basically a result of difference in electrical charge between the top and bottom of cloud, and the lightning generates a clouds are typically, so the clouds where the which generates lightning are 10 to 12 kilometer in their height, with their base about 1 to 2 kilometer from Earth's surface. So if this is Earth's surface, so the distance between the cloud is 1 to 2 kilometer in their height with their base, right? So the temperatures at the top range from minus, so temperature here is minus 35 degree to minus 45 degree Celsius. So now we'll talk about the mechanism of formation. See, as the water vapors move upwards in the cloud, it condenses into the water due to decreasing temperatures. Now huge amount of heat is actually generated in the process, which push the water molecules further up. As they move to temperatures below zero, these droplets, they change into ice crystals. As these ice crystals, they keep moving upwards, they gather mass. So initially they are very small ice crystals. These smaller ice crystals, they are moving up, and bigger crystals are coming down. So this is, I will explain you. So these smaller ice crystals are moving upwards. So it leads to a system where smaller ice crystals move upwards. So these ice crystals, they gather mass until they become so heavy that they start descending. So these small crystals are going upwards, and when they gather a lot of mass, they start coming down. So it leads to a system where smaller ice crystals are moving upwards, and while larger ones are coming downwards. Now the resulting collision, so they collide with each other in this process. This release electrons. So a lot of electrons are released in the process, very similar to the generation of electric sparks. So the moving free electrons cause more collisions and more electrons, so a chain reaction is formed. So the process results in a situation in which the top layer of the cloud, so the top layer of the cloud gets positively charged while the middle layer is negatively charged. Now the electrical potential difference between the two layers is very huge, of the order billions of volts, and in little time a huge current of the order lakhs to millions of amperes starts to flow between the layers. So it produces heat and leading to the heating of the air column between the two layers of the cloud, because the top layer is very cold, right? So there in the middle layers it is negatively charged. So this is the difference in the air column. It is because of this heat that the air columns looks red during lightning. Now the heated air column, it expands and produces shock waves that results in thunder. So the next question is, how does it strike Earth? So basically our Earth is a good conductor of electricity. While electrically neutral, it is relatively positively charged compared to the middle layer of the cloud. So as a result, what happened, this 20 to 25% of current it flows gets directed towards the Earth. So it is this current flow that results in the damage to the life and property. Now lightning has a greater probability of striking raised object on the ground, such as it could be your trees, it could be your tall buildings. Once they are sufficiently near the ground, about 80 to 100 meters from the surface, they even tend to redirect their course to hit the taller objects. So this is because traveling through air, because air is bad conductor of electricity, the electrons try to find a better conductor and also the shortest route to the relatively positively charged Earth's surface. So thousands of thunderstorms occur over India every year. One thunderstorm can involve more than 100 lightning strikes. So this is how it strikes Earth. Now we will talk a little about what you should do before the calamity, what you should do after the calamity. We'll discuss that. So see, before the calamity, in order to avoid lightning threats, we must follow a safety plan. We should have a safety plan. This includes finding a shelter house and estimating the time required to reach there. Then one must check the weather forecast also for a thunderstorm before going out. Like outdoor activities must be postponed if there are signs of developing thunderstorms such as darkening skies, flashes or strong winds. This will help us to avoid being caught in dangerous situations. And one must get to safe place immediately if thunder or distant rumble is heard, such as fully enclosed building. But you should avoid sheds, tents and covered porches. These three things should be avoided. Now see, lightning conductors must be installed in buildings or any other elevated structures, because lightning conductors are metal rods and metallic objects mounted on the top of an elevated structure, for example a building, ship or even a tree. This is electrically bonded using an electrical conductor that is interfaced with the ground through an electrode. So during an event of a lightning strike, the flashes strike the rod and get conducted through the wire to the ground, and instead of passing through the structure, thus these conductors protect the structure. And there are certain measures you should adopt during the calamity, like one must avoid open areas, one must stay away from the conductors such as fences and wires. In a situation where sturdy building is difficult to locate nearby, a hard-topped metal vehicle with closed windows must be used as a shelter. One must stand away from electrical equipments and wiring. Also, corded phones must not be used during thunderstorm. Then the water pipes, they also conduct electricity. They should be avoided. So taking a shower or using the plumbing must be avoided. One must avoid being stuck in a crowd. Why? Because you must spread out. This would help to avoid multiple casualties in case of lightning strike. So if someone is struck by lightning, urgent medical attention must be provided. Cardiac arrest is the immediate cause of death in most of such situations. So you should be ready with the CPR or automatic external defibrillator that should be given to the patients or the people who are struck by the lightning. So this is about today's lecture. Thank you. So this is the channel StudyIQ. If you're preparing for UPSC or any government exam, our pen drive and tablet courses are available. If you're preparing for UPSC CSE 2020, our pen drive course is available where you can find 100% coverage of UPSC vast syllabus. Daily current affair updates will be available. Self-paced learning process is provided. This course has been prepared by top faculties of StudyIQ, and now you can purchase this course at ₹625 per month only. For additional information, you can visit our site, and there are the phone numbers also given. You can call them and gain the additional information. You can connect with me for my video updates on Instagram and Facebook, because I feel together we can make a huge difference. For queries, you can even email me. Thank you so much.